Mike Moore Media.
On our media line, Rodney Cates, Director of Rockingham County Emergency Services. Our 911 program is in that as well. Hey, Rodney, how are you?
Good morning, Mike. How are you?
I'm doing just great. First, I want to, before we get into some other things here, 911 is such a valuable service, and I want to thank you and your staff for the good work that you do in that and always being there for us.
Well, thank you, Mike. We're very proud of our 911 operators. They play such a key role in the activation of the overall emergency services, and you're right. They are well trained. They're dedicated. The perception of a 911 telecommunicator is that they just sit around and they wait for the telephone to ring. It's actually quite opposite. They hope the telephone stops ringing at some point. There are days that they take over 300 telephone calls in a 12-hour shift, and of that, you factor their dispatching resources from that, and then they have to talk to those resources over the radio. So a telephone call prompts so many more things, and these people have so many unlimited resources at their fingertips that they can obtain for a particular situation. So they truly are heroes behind the scene that are never seen at all. They're only heard over the radio or the telephone, but they are the key component that activates the emergency services system that gets all these resources to a scene.
Yeah. Well, I had an opportunity, as you know, to visit there last year and one evening, and it never stops. You know, there's never a lull there with all of the things going on around our county. And then I've had had to use 911 myself recently to make that connection, and I've seen it firsthand, and I really appreciate your team there and the work they do. So thank you for that again. And you know, when you just made that comment there about, you know, many is possibly 300 calls in a 12-hour shift, and there are how many people manning those phones in a typical 12-hour shift?
They're anywhere from 6 to 8, depending on staffing. And, you know, this time of year, everybody wants and needs their vacation. So staffing is we allow those people to take those vacation times. So staffing's a little bit short during these times of the year for everybody. So usually 6 to 8 people that are manning those 300 telephone calls per shift.
Yeah, okay. Well, I know you're working on something with Rockingham Community College. It's in the planning stages, but it sounds exciting to me. Tell us about it, Rodney.
Yeah, we're working with Rockingham Community College on a potential EMT academy. We have heard through the community and EMT and public service in general, nationwide, are having staffing shortages, and everybody is looking at alternatives to recruit people into the public service work field. So from the EMS standpoint, we've heard so many people out in the community say that they're working in a particular job, but they've always had a dream to become an EMT or an advanced EMT or a paramedic, but they can't leave their current job as they have to have that compensation and that paycheck. So we wanted to develop a program, and we partnered with Rockingham Community College where we can actually offer people a trainee position. The trainee position is paid at 5% below what, if they're coming in as an EMT or we're trying to certify them as an EMT, they'd be paid 5% below the starting salary of an EMT until they obtain their certification. And the partnership with the college is they provide the instructors, they provide the location, and the overall management of the EMT program. So we're able to recruit people and actually pay people to go through this class. We're going to streamline the class. It's going to be about a 6-week program, 480 plus hours that they have to obtain, some of which is clinical time. They have to have ride time on the truck and understand the operation out in the field. So the college has already put together a schedule, and we're working with our human resource department now to continue to fine-tune it. But it will allow people an opportunity to apply for a trainee position. If they have no certification, it'll allow them to go from a 0 certification to an EMT certification in about a 6-week period, of which they are paid. At the end of that period, provided we have openings and they are a candidate of choice, we can hire them and then make them a part of Rockingham County EMS. If we choose not to hire them, then they have actually been paid to obtain an EMT certification that they could take somewhere else and use somewhere else if they choose to do so. So we're excited about it. Guilford County did a similar program a while back and had a lot of success with it. So we're excited about our opportunities and our partnerships with the college to continue this program.
This is a great idea, and it works on a lot of different levels, it sounds like, too.
It does. I mean, it allows people to pursue their career goals. There are many people that want to make a difference in their community, and they do within their jobs, but from a healthcare or a pre-hospital healthcare perspective, they want to go out and help their communities and be a part of their communities, and it allows them to pursue those goals while getting paid to do so. Certainly with inflation like it is and gas at $3.50 to $4 a gallon, we certainly don't expect anybody to try to obtain these certifications without continuing that paycheck. So it's an avenue to meet the needs of the community and meet the needs of the citizens and assist in the staffing of our EMS service.
And the need is certainly there, isn't it? Not only here in our county and our state, but nationwide.
It is. You know, you hear it on the news every day. It doesn't matter what state or what city. Everybody is seeking police officers, detention officers, firefighters, volunteers, EMS people, telecommunicators, public service in general are hurting for staffing at this time. So it's a great opportunity.
Now, you're working on this now with RCC. This will be in place, if it all comes together, when?
We're hoping to be able to start the academy in late October. There should be some press release information coming out on it, hopefully by the end of next week. I met with our public information officer yesterday, and our tentative plan is to shoot a video Tuesday morning and get that fine-tuned and put out on all the social media networks. In that video, it will talk about how one can apply for these positions. It'll talk about what the salaries and what the qualifications to apply are. And it'll give a person a direct link into an application process for this program. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, it's all coming together there for that EMT Academy at RCC. And I appreciate you giving us a kind of a firsthand look at that, Rodney. Thank you for that, and looking for more information coming out soon.
All righty. It should be out hopefully next week.
I was looking at something that you told us about online here recently. Let's talk about this just a moment because it's such a great tool, and that's NCReady, ncready.gov. For those that may not have heard your earlier broadcast, this is a great resource, isn't it?
It is. It's actually put out by North Carolina Emergency Management. It's a platform from their webpage. NCReady talks about storm preparation. You know, the hurricane season's upon us. Luckily, we have not had anything yet, but for us, the hurricane season doesn't really crank up until September, mid to late September is when we really start seeing this activity pick up. But it talks about storm preparedness and what one should do as the winter approaches us. It'll talk about preparing for winter weather and home preparations. What do we do for our homes? Even what do we do for our pets? It talks about travel preparations, and if we're traveling, road conditions and how we can get current road conditions. So it is an avenue that links the public to many, many resources that enhance their safety and or their preparation for any type of event that may be upcoming.
Yeah, okay. NCReady to help you plan, prepare, and stay informed. Rodney, always great to talk to you. Thank you and for being in the position you're in here and your fine team with Rockingham County Emergency Services. We all appreciate it.
All right, Michael. We appreciate everybody here. We have a lot of support in our community, and we want to support them. They support us, and it's a team effort. Whether you're a member of emergency services or not, the eyes and ears of our community are what help us out in doing our job. So we appreciate our communities.
Yes, indeed. Hope you have a great August, and we'll talk again next month.
All right, Mike. Take care.
You too. Thanks. Rodney Cates, always informative as we check in with him. Usually do this program the first Wednesday in the month with Rockingham County Emergency Services, their 911 service there, and the work they do. Go to Facebook, Rockingham County Emergency Services. to find out a little bit more about what they're doing, and then what we were just talking about, ncready.gov.